Hello and welcome. This is Japan, and I actually haven't really covered much AEW in a while. They kind of had, some PLEs in between. Like I've covered just certain matches and stuff like that, but I kind of wanted to jump into like a full prediction video on it. I keep up with the storyline about 90% of the time. There is a lot of wrestling out there in general with catching up on all the WWE stuff, Stardom, Marigold, and AEW also. I honestly have been enjoying Ring of Honor a lot lately too, out of everything. So there's a little bit of, I guess, storyline and people from there too. This has 10 matches on this card. I originally think it's 8 for the card and 2 for the pre-show. I feel like 2 of these matches are on the pre-show. At least that's what I originally saw. So maybe I'm correct and wrong. So we'll start off the one I know for sure is the pre-show match, which is Megan Bain and Penelope Ford versus Anna Jay and Harley Cameron. Now, I'm going to be honest. I feel like the women's matches on this card, there's 3 of them. I feel like they're just way more entertaining for me. Like, obviously, there's some other stuff here that's going to be cool. And, I mean, there's going to be a lot. This one's a big show. But I feel like just I'm more excited to see what happens with a lot of these women's matches because they have like a little bit of storyline going with all of them, and I'm kind of excited to see what happens. So let's start off with this pre-show match. I do believe it should be Anna Jay and Harley Cameron. I think they've been working pretty well together, and they've been making a nice team. So I believe they're gonna win. I do kind of feel like Megan Baines like had such a great first start, and then it's like they kind of haven't used her. I personally like Megan Bain a lot, so I don't want her to at least not, hopefully she at least does not take the pin here. Penelope Ford's fine, but I feel like out of the 4 people here, that is probably the one person that would more than likely take the pin. But yeah, I think it's Anna Jay and Harley Cameron that wins here. Should be pretty solid match for the pre-show. Now the other one is the trios match, which is the Paragon versus Don Callis family. I don't actually know if this is like part of it. Like that's the only one I didn't see until this last card thing that I've seen the updated card. And for whatever reason, I feel like I'm wrong here. I feel like this match has already happened, but I think it's going to be the Don Callis family. I mean, Takeshita's on that team, so I'm going to automatically have to go there because, yeah, he's been one of my favorite wrestlers this year on the men's side of things. So hopefully they win. Then we go to the actual card, I believe. First up would be Jamie Hayter versus Mercedes Moné for the Owen Hart Cup final. The winner gets to face the world champion, whoever that might be. Honestly, I feel like, Jamie Hayter needs this win badly, but I don't see Mercedes Moné losing this. I just don't. I feel like she's kind of destined to get that title very, very soon. So I'm going to have to go with Mercedes Moné. I feel like they kind of roped themselves into a corner with her having the title. She needs to have like some type of weird thing where she drops the TBS title so she can maybe be the champion if they really want that, but I don't know. Next up, we have the Hurt Syndicate, which is Bobby Lashley and Sheldon Benjamin versus the Sons of Texas, which will be Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara. This is for the AEW Championship team things. I think this one's pretty easy. It's the Hurt Syndicate. They're in like one of the bigger storylines with MJF joining them and stuff like that. I'm gonna have a feeling that MJF's gonna cost the Sons of Texas here, and it's gonna be an easy tag win just for him to prove his loyalty even more to them. I can't really see them losing. Nothing against Dustin Rhodes and the Sammy Guevara, but they've been kind of relegated to just ROH. So having them on here is a nice thing, but I don't believe this is like a permanent thing. Of them getting these titles, that would pretty much make them a permanent for the main roster, and I just don't see that happening right here. So I'm going to think this is going to be a retention of the title. Next up is Timeless Tony Storm versus Mina Shirakawa. I'm just going to go with my heart here. I'm just going to go with Mina. I honestly don't think they're going to pull the trigger on Mina this early. I really want them to. I think Mina Shirakawa winning here would be like a phenomenal idea and show how much they, like people will like look at that and be like, hey, they just signed her and she got that great opportunity and they let her just be red hot for a title opportunity. Obviously, she's already has a next opponent, which will be the winner of the cup final. So like her versus Mercedes Moné as a rematch would be great. There's a lot that could happen. So I'm gonna go with Mina here. I could also see like maybe Mariska May coming back to help Mina win this. Like that'd be kind of a cool thing, and then they could have a Tony Storm versus May third match together, but with not the title, and just have like a big brawl like they did before. Any of that kind of stuff is where I think it's going to be. Honestly, with a lot of the titles here, I think that is going to be the one that changes hands, and because there's not a lot actually on the card. I kind of thought that was a little interesting. Normally, they have quite a bit of matches with title opportunities, but they kind of don't. It's really odd. Next up, we have FDR versus Daniel Bryan and Nigel McGuinness. I'm going to be completely honest. This is the only storyline that I have absolutely no clue about. Um, I remember FDR turning on Edge, and I remember them getting Stokely, but I don't know where any of the rest of this came from. I don't know. I guess it's just bad. I guess I don't really know. That's the thing with like AEW sometimes. It's just like they do something and then it just feels completely random to me. But at least again, remember, that's just me. I watch as much as I can. I catch highlights, but some of those small things kind of go through the crack, especially if it's like not anything I'm like super focused in on. And this kind of seems like one of those storylines. I'm gonna go FDR. They're obviously the actual tag team, so they should have the advantage here. Nigel should take the pin, and yeah, it'll be interesting. I think it'd be a good match. Next up is Mark Briscoe versus Ricochet in a stretcher match. This is kind of like a Mark Briscoe special. He should win this. I feel like Ricochet's kind of hot as a heel, so it would make a lot of sense for him to win. But I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go with Ricochet. I really feel like this is definitely a flip the coin thing. Both of them deserve the win, and I think both of them need a win, so it could honestly go either way. But I think Ricochet being one of their more like heel like people in and outside the ring, I think this would be a solid pick up here. Then we have, which I think will be one of the most fun matches to watch, but honestly, it's just one of those crazy things, which is the Anarchy in the Arena match. It's Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, Willow Nightingale, and the Ops, which is Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Shibata versus the Death Rider, which is John Moxley, Claudio Casanova, Marina, Willer Yuta, and the Young Bucks. That is just a lot of people going all over the place. Yeah, I honestly think it's going to be a fun and interesting match, and it'll be entertaining. But I'm guessing kind of the babyface team wins here. I really can't imagine Swerve and Kenny Omega on the same team lose a match, even with your AEW champion on the other side. Yeah, it's just weird. Like maybe I always thought like the Double or Nothing was kind of a bigger PLE, like maybe like kind of like the SummerSlam. I know they have All In, All Out, those are like kind of the top two, but I kind of thought this one was a little bit bigger too. But it feels like with the lack of title representation, yeah, I just feel like that there's nothing really here. I mean, we got the one women's title, and we have the tag titles and the continental title. That's it. That's the only stuff that's up here. So, no TBS, no TNT. Like, I don't know. But yeah, next match, Okada versus Speedball Mike Bailey. Now, this will be the match of the night, I think. I think this will be a really fun match to watch. I really hope they pull the trigger on Mike Bailey here. Okada's had the title for quite a long time, so I think that this would be the perfect time to do it. I honestly, my feeling is that Okada's going to win, but I want Mike Bailey to win. So I'm going to go with them and hope that's what happens, but I have a feeling Okada wins here because that's kind of how they've been using Okada, which honestly makes sense. I mean, he is a really well known wrestler, like, and does his craft really well. So it makes sense. I just feel like with Okada, like, He should be like towards the AEW championship by now instead of just holding onto this title. I know they're probably going to set up him and Kenny Omega very soon too, so maybe they're going to wait for that to like put the titles together, or has that already like almost happened? It's been a little bit of time that now I don't remember. But yeah, this should be a really fun match. And then we have, I guess, the main event. At least that's what they have here. It's for the men's own cup finals, which is Adam Page versus Will Ospreay. I think this will be another one of those like 30-minute blood fest all over the place type matches. Not always a fan of it. Like obviously Will Ospreay and both Adam Page are phenomenal wrestlers and stuff, but there's just something about AEW when you get 10 matches deep when this match comes on that I'm just exhausted. I've watched a lot of wrestling, and it's just something with AEW's wrestling because of like how long some of this is and a lot of the honestly the blood and all that. At this point I think I'll be like I'm ready for the go. But yeah, I think this is still a pretty decent card. I mean, obviously there's 10 matches on here, so it's a lot. Hopefully they're all right, but yeah, if you guys enjoy this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me if you guys enjoy the AEW stuff. I like watching AEW. I tend to cover it as much as I can because, to be honest, at least like on my videos, I don't have as much interaction with the AEW stuff. I do like AEW. I just, I gotta also just do videos that people also like. So if you definitely like this one, show the support on this. I definitely know to continue, and hopefully the card will be pretty good. I think most AEW PLEs are really good. They just are long for me. But until next time, this has been Japan. Bye, guys.